Welcome aboard to another exciting episode of Sir Boats Yacht, the place where boats big and small get their moment in the spotlight. Today, we're casting our gaze toward one of the unsung heroes of the maritime world.
It might not be the biggest or the flashiest vessel out there, but it plays a critical role in the life of any superyacht, expedition cruiser, or coastal adventurer.
That's right, we're talking about tender boats. These small but mighty crafts are essential tools, often overlooked in the shadow of their larger motherships, yet they're full of engineering marvels, clever design tricks, and performance that can really surprise you. Whether you're a seasoned yachtsman or just getting into the world of boating, understanding the tender boat is key to appreciating the broader yachting ecosystem. So get comfortable and let's dive into the world of tender small boats. Tender boats, or yacht tenders as they are often called, serve as auxiliary vessels to larger boats or yachts. Their primary function is to transport passengers and goods between the shore and the main vessel when anchoring offshore. But tenders do much more than just ferry people around.
They're lifelines for provisioning, platforms for water sports, and often a yacht owner's first impression when arriving somewhere new. This means that even though they are small, the expectations placed on them are incredibly high. A good tender must be safe, reliable, comfortable, and adaptable to different sea conditions. It has to be rugged but sleek, simple to operate yet rich in features. That balance is what makes the design and engineering of tenders so fascinating.
Looking at key features of a high-quality tender, we first notice the importance of hull design. The hull needs to be stable in both calm and choppy waters, offering a dry ride while being easy to handle for both novice and experienced skippers. Many modern tenders come with deep V hulls or rib, that's rigid inflatable boat, designs that incorporate a hard bottom with inflatable tubes on the side. These tubes add buoyancy and stability, reducing the risk of capsizing and making the ride smoother and safer. Rib tenders are particularly popular because of their excellent handling and durability. The use of materials like Hypalon or PVC for the tubes ensures longevity, especially in sunny, saltwater environments. Another essential feature of a tender is portability and stowability.
On larger yachts, tenders often need to be hoisted and stored on deck or in a garage.
This requires smart dimensions and sometimes foldable or deflatable components.
Some tenders are built with lightweight composite materials such as fiberglass or carbon fiber to make them easier to lift and launch using davits or hydraulic arms. Others are designed to be towed behind the mothership when there's no dedicated storage space available. In either case, the tender must be ready to deploy quickly and efficiently, since time is often of the essence when transporting guests or responding to unexpected needs.
From a design perspective, tenders range widely in appearance and configuration. Some are open, minimalist vessels with bench seating and a center console, ideal for short trips and water sports.
Others resemble miniature luxury yachts, complete with teak decking, leather upholstery, and enclosed cabins. These high-end tenders offer a seamless extension of the main yacht's aesthetic and comfort. The choice of layout depends largely on the primary use. A tender used for diving or beach landings might feature an open stern or a bow ramp for easy access. A tender intended for guest transport may include plush seats, climate control, and even onboard entertainment.
Interior features may sound like a stretch for something as small as a tender, but trust us, the interior experience is a major selling point in the luxury yachting world. A well-designed tender doesn't just carry guests, it pampers them.
Seating arrangements are usually ergonomic, using weather-resistant materials that don't sacrifice comfort. Some tenders have wraparound seating areas with hidden storage underneath, perfect for stashing snorkeling gear or picnic supplies. On higher-end models, you'll find built-in refrigerators, sound systems, LED lighting, and retractable bimini tops for shade. Some can even be fitted with small heads, that's boating lingo for a toilet, to make longer excursions more comfortable. Climate management is also a consideration, especially in tenders that have partially or fully enclosed cabins. Ventilation ports, fans, and even air conditioning can be installed in premium models. These features are especially handy in tropical cruising grounds, where shade and airflow make all the difference in guest comfort. For tenders used in colder climates, heated seats and enclosed helm stations can keep things cozy. The goal is always the same: to deliver a level of comfort and convenience that feels like a natural extension of the main yacht's hospitality experience. When it comes to performance, tender boats punch far above their weight.
Because they're smaller and lighter, they can accelerate quickly and maneuver with precision. This is especially important when docking in tight marinas or navigating shallow waters near the beach.
Outboard engines are the most common propulsion systems found on tenders, and they vary in power from modest 20 horsepower setups to roaring 300-plus horsepower machines. For larger tenders or chase boats, inboard engines or jet drives may be used, offering increased speed and improved weight distribution. Jet drives are particularly popular in tenders intended for beach landings, as they eliminate the need for an exposed propeller and allow the boat to operate in very shallow water.
Electric and hybrid propulsion are also becoming more common in modern tenders, especially as yacht owners look to reduce their environmental footprint.
Brands like Vita, Candela, and Silent Yachts have been pushing the envelope with electric tender designs that offer silent operation, zero emissions, and surprising performance. While range can still be a limiting factor, improvements in battery technology are making electric tenders a more viable option each year. For those who prioritize sustainability without compromising luxury, the electric tender is quickly becoming a top choice.
Handling and stability are also key performance metrics.
Thanks to advanced hull shapes and ballast distribution, today's tenders can handle surprisingly rough seas for their size. Many models come equipped with trim tabs, hydrofoils, or stabilization systems that help maintain a level ride even at high speeds. The helm layout is usually intuitive, featuring digital displays, GPS navigation, depth sounders, and joystick controls that make piloting accessible to even casual operators. This ease of use makes tenders a great introduction to boating for guests who might want to take the wheel themselves.
What makes a tender stand out in a crowded market often comes down to its unique selling points.
Some focus on customization, allowing owners to tailor the tender's color schemes, materials, and features to match their mothership perfectly. Others emphasize versatility, with modular seating and accessory mounts that let the boat transform from people mover to fishing platform to dive boat with just a few quick adjustments. Some tenders are foldable or inflatable, making them easy to stow in tight yacht garages. Others are designed to look futuristic or stealthy, appealing to owners who want a conversation piece as much as a functional vessel. There's also a growing trend toward multi-purpose tenders that can serve as standalone boats. These tenders come equipped with more substantial navigation systems, longer-range fuel tanks, and overnight accommodations. Think of them as a cross between a tender and a small cruiser. They allow guests or crew to go off on independent adventures without needing to rely on the main yacht. This level of autonomy is especially appealing for exploration-style yachts operating in remote locations where shore access might be limited or where guests want to explore bays and inlets in more detail. One particularly innovative direction in tender design is the rise of amphibious models. These boats come with retractable wheels or tracks that allow them to drive up onto the beach or even along roads for short distances. They're perfect for locations without proper docks, and they add a whole new layer of flexibility to your maritime operations. The engineering behind amphibious tenders is complex, requiring waterproof drive systems and reinforced hulls, but the payoff is a tender that can go literally anywhere, from sea to sand and back again.
Let's not forget the crew tenders either. While guest tenders get all the glamour, crew tenders are the real workhorses.
They're built for durability, speed, and cargo capacity. Whether it's ferrying provisions, transferring luggage, or helping with maintenance tasks, the crew tender is an indispensable part of yacht logistics. Some yachts even carry multiple tenders, one for guests, one for crew, and one for water sports or special missions like diving or fishing. Each has its own design priorities, from open deck layouts to reinforced hulls and commercial-grade engines. In many ways, the tender is the soul of a yacht. It's the vessel that guests interact with most frequently, the one that gives the first and last impression of their journey. It has to be fast enough to thrill, comfortable enough to relax in, and reliable enough to trust. It's a platform for adventure and an extension of the yacht's service philosophy. That's why more and more yacht owners are choosing to invest heavily in their tenders, seeing them not just as tools, but as ambassadors of their maritime lifestyle.
And let's talk numbers. Depending on size, features, and brand, tenders can range from just a few $1,000s for basic inflatables to several $100,000 for custom luxury models.
Brands like Williams Jet Tenders, Brig, Pasco, and Novarania dominate the high-end tender market, while Zodiac and AB Inflatables offer excellent mid-range options. Each brand brings its own flair to the table, whether it's Williams's jet propulsion systems, Pasco's meticulous craftsmanship, or Zodiac's reputation for rugged reliability. With all that in mind, it's clear that choosing the right tender is about more than just fitting it into your yacht's garage. It's about understanding your boating lifestyle, your cruising grounds, your guest needs, and your aesthetic preferences. Do you want something sleek and fast, or rugged and practical? Do you prioritize luxury or utility? Are you exploring coral reefs or city harbors? The answers to these questions will guide your tender choice more than anything else. So whether you're a yacht owner shopping for a new companion vessel, a boat enthusiast curious about the unsung hero of the yachting world, or just someone who appreciates clever marine design, the tender boat is worth your attention. It's more than just a shuttle. It's an enabler of adventure, a symbol of style, and sometimes, a little yacht in its own right. That wraps up our deep dive into the world of tender small boats. If you enjoyed this exploration and want more breakdowns like this, don't forget to subscribe to Sir Boats Yacht. We'll be back soon with more stories from the sea, more reviews, and more reasons to fall in love with boats of every size and shape. Until next time, keep your decks dry and your anchor light.